Hello and welcome to the second episode of Anime Can't Get Weirder, the series where I review really weird anime. This episode's weird anime is Machikado Mazoku, an anime about some girl who turns out to be a demon lord because anime just didn't have enough demon lords, but she's kinda shit at it. To give you an idea of how weird this show is, before the opening even started, I knew I had to make a video about this. Machikado Mazoku follows demon girl Shamiko as she wakes up one day to learn she descends from some demon clan that was thrown into poverty by the light clan of magical girls. If Shamiko wants to lift the curse from her family, she needs to defeat her city's magical girl. Shamiko's a sweet character, but she's really brash and has a very, very smooth brain. She's almost a tsundere, but not quite. She likes the whole acting like an asshole all the time aspect of that label. Our other main character is the magical girl Momo, Shamiko's rival turned friend. She's your classic kudere, shy and reserved, but also quite smart. And she's a cool character, I would say. Other characters include Shamiko's mother Seiko, her sister Ryoko, her ancestor Lilith, and Mikan, another magical girl. Now, as weird as this anime was, I actually like it. It's incredibly stupid, but it was actually funny. The whole goofy aspect of the show wasn't for me, but some of the lines were delivered in like a really funny way, and the randomness of the show just makes things better, and anime just doesn't normally make me laugh. Of course, it wasn't full-on laughter that this show gave me, it was a kind of smirk every now and then. And the show's comedy is actually really clever and smart, the way they go about making jokes about things that are quite relatable. The animation is good for a show that's a few years old, although there aren't any scenes where it shines out enough to say that it is amazing. There aren't any huge, fast-paced fight scenes or anything like that. Now that being said, here are all the complaints I have to say about the show. The show has like a narrator or something, but he does a pretty bad job at being a narrator, if I'm honest. He would either say something that didn't explain anything to the point where he was literally talking to himself, or he would say something so obvious that I thought it wouldn't be missed by anyone. And sometimes he would give Shamiko the most useless pieces of advice and I wanted him to shut up. Does he not realize that none of the characters can hear him? And him just saying don't give up at the end of every episode is so incredibly jarring. For some reason, the English name of Machikado Mazoku is the demon girl next door. There was no main character who lived next door to her. Actually, I don't think anyone did live next door to her. Shamiko often introduces concepts to the audience that we've already been made aware of, and while I think show don't tell is the worst piece of advice you can ever give someone, it's advice that I would give to the writers of Machikado Mazoku. Now, I watched the show in sub, but I looked at the trailer for the English dub and it sounded awful, so please save yourself the trouble and watch it in sub. Although there are so many times when you'll have four characters talking over the top of each other that the subtitles would just stack on top of each other and take up half of the screen, where it was just impossible to keep up with them all, and that was quite annoying. They also speak too fast a lot, so you constantly have to pause to read all of the subtitles. After a few episodes, I thought this would be the kind of show where nothing happens, and for the most part, I was right. Biggest issue I had with Machikado Mazoku is that I could say anything about the show and it wouldn't be a spoiler because it just doesn't matter. It doesn't contribute to any sort of plot in the show. So, will I watch season 2, which is about to air its last episode as this video comes out? Of course. I know I said nothing happens in this show, but in the last 2 episodes, some things do happen. The problem with Machikado Mazoku is that it just takes a long time to get to that point. Overall, Machikado Mazoku is a wholesome, smart, and funny anime, but not something I would recommend for people to watch. It's not really a plot you get invested in, and watching it is a huge grind. And it's not really on any sort of list of anime that all weebs need to watch and experience. It's a waste of your time and not worth it for the grind. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a bad show, I'm just saying it's not worth your time. So the final rating I will give Machikado Mazoku is 6.5 out of 10. So that's all for this review, and thank you for listening to my rant about Machikado Mazoku. So when I was actually watching this show, it took me 3 entire months to watch the show. I was literally expecting to get this video done 2.5 months ago, because normally watching 12 episodes is something you can just do on the weekend pretty easily. I could have just gotten the scripts done fairly quickly, but no, it took me 3 entire months, so that's why it's been such a long time. I haven't released my last real video in 6 months. Yeah, it's been annoying just watching this show when I'm finally done. Hopefully in the next few weeks, I am actually going to get some more videos done. I'm going to make some videos about some anime that I'm actually quite passionate about, and I'm going to rant about why you need to watch them. So I don't think they're going to be hard for me to make. It's just with Machikado Mazoku, it was such a grind to watch the show, to write the script, to get this video done. But it's done, it's out now. I made a video. Yay!